Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Prairajikacharya Asto Tada Sata Shri Srimad. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinatha Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we're reading from the new chapter, chapter 51, the deliverance of Muchakunda. And we'll start with the chapter description. This chapter describes how Lord Shri Krishna caused Muchakunda to kill Kalyavana with his harsh glance. And it also relates the conversation between Muchakunda and Lord Krishna. After placing his family members safely within the Dwarka fortress, Shri Krishna went out of Mathura. He appeared like the rising moon. Kalyavana saw that Krishna's brilliantly effulgent body matched Narada's description of the Lord, and thus Yavana knew he was a personality of Godhead. Seeing that the Lord carried no weapons, Kalyavana put his own weapons aside and ran toward him from behind, wanting to fight with him. Shri Krishna ran from the Yavana, staying just barely beyond Kalyavana's grasp at every step, and eventually leading him a long distance toward a mountain cave. As Kalyavana ran, he hurled insults at the Lord, but he could not grasp him, since his stock of impious karma was not yet depleted. Shri Krishna entered the cave, whereupon Kalyavana followed after him and saw a man lying on the ground. Taking him for Shri Krishna, Kalyavana kicked him. The man had been sleeping for a very long time, and now, having been violently awakened, he looked around angrily in all directions and saw Kalyavana. The man stared harshly at him, igniting a fire in Kalyavana's body, and in a moment burning him to ashes. This extraordinary person was a son of Mandatas, named Muchakunda. He was devoted to Brahminical culture and always true to his vow. Previously, he had spent many long years helping to protect the demigods from the demons. When the demigods had eventually obtained Kartikeya as their protector, they allowed Muchakunda to retire, offering him any boon other than liberation, which only Lord Vishnu can bestow. Muchakunda had chosen from the demigods the benediction of being covered by sleep, and thus, since then, he had been lying asleep within the cave. Upon Kalyavana's immolation, Shri Krishna showed himself to Muchakunda, who was struck with wonder at seeing Krishna's incomparable beauty. Muchakunda asked Lord Krishna who he was and also explained to the Lord his own identity. Muchakunda said, "After growing weary from remaining awake for a long time, I was enjoying my sleep here in this cave when some stranger disturbed me and, suffering the reaction of his sins, was burnt to ashes. O Lord, O vanquisher of all enemies, it is my great fortune that I now have the vision of your beautiful form." Lord Shri Krishna then told Muchakunda who he was and offered him a boon. The wise Muchakunda, understanding the futility of material life, asked only that he might be allowed to take shelter of Lord Shri Krishna's lotus feet. Pleased at this request, the Lord said to Muchakunda, "My devotees are never enticed by material benedictions offered to them. Only non-devotees, namely yogis and speculative philosophers, are interested in material benedictions, having mundane desires in their hearts. My dear Muchakunda, you will have perpetual devotion to me. Now, always remaining surrendered to me, go perform penances to eradicate the sinful reactions incurred from the killing you had to do in your role as a warrior. In your next life, you will become a first-class Brahmana and attain me." Thus the Lord offered Muchakunda his blessings. So that was the chapter summary. And now we're going to go on to the first. The first verses are grouped together, 1 through 6. So we'll do the first verse responsively. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tam Vilokya Vinishkrantam Ujihanam Ivo Dupam Darshaniyatamam Shyamam Pitakosheya Vasasam. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tam Vilokya Vinishkrantam Ujihanam Ivo Dupam Darshaniyatamam Shyamam Pitakosheya Vasasam. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tam Vilokya Vinishkrantam Ujihanam Ivo Dupam Darshaniyatamam Shyamam Pitakosheya Vasasam. Vacha Tam Vilokya Vinishkrantam Ujihanam Ivo Dupam Darshaniyatamam Shamam Pitakosheya Vasasam. Shri Shuka Vacha Tam Vilokya Vinishkrantam Darshaniyatamam Shamam Pitakosheya Vasasam. Shri Shuka Vacha tam viloka vinishkrantam ujihanami vodupam darshaniyatmam shamam pitakosheya vasasam. So before moving on to the next shloka, so here it's saying tam vilokya vinishkrantam. So he's seeing him coming out of Mathura, and ujihanam ivodupam, looking like the rising moon. Darshaniyatamam, he was very beautiful to behold. And what is his color? Shamam. Shamam means dark blue, right? And pita kosheya vasasam means his garment. Vasasam is what color? Pita, yellow, and it's silk. Kosheya means silk. Okay, the next shloka is Shrivatsa Vakshasam Brajat. So on his chest is the mark of Shrivatsa. Kostubha Mukta Kandharam. Around his neck is the Kostuba jewel. Pritu Dirga Chatur Bahum. How many arms is he having? He has 4. Chatur. 4 arms, and they are broad and long. Nava Kanjarunekshanam. So his eyes are like newly bloomed lotus petals that are pinkish, aruna, pinkish in color. Nitya Pramuditam Shrimat. His face is ever joyful and effulgent. Sukapolam Shuchi Smitam. So that means his cheeks. Kapola means cheeks. And smita means a smile. So his beautiful cheeks, and he has a beautiful smile. Mukharavinda Bipranam. He has a beautiful lotus-like face, Mukharavinda. Spuran Makara Kundalam. So what are on his ears? Glittering makara-shaped earrings. Kundala means earrings. Makara is the shark-shaped earrings. And they're glittering. So this is a description of, in these 3 verses, is a description of Krishna. Now we're going to go into how Kalyavana is seeing this, okay? Vasudeva yam iti. This must be Vasudeva. Puman Shivatsa Lanchana. He's marked with the Shivatsa mark. Chatur Bhuja Ravindaksho. He has 4 arms and he has lotus eyes. Vanamali Ati Sundara. He has a forest flower garland and he's very beautiful. So Kalyavana is checking off the checklist. Okay, he has a Srivatsa mark, he has 4 arms, he has lotus eyes, he has a garland of flowers, he is very beautiful. And now the next verse. Lakshanai Narada Proktair. These are exactly the symptoms that Narada told me about. Nanyo bhavitam arhati. It can't be anybody else but him. Nirayudash chalan padyam. But he's going without any weapon. He's going out of the city on foot. Padbya means foot. He's going out without any weapon. Yotsye nena nirayuda. So I will also go without any weapons. I will follow him. And the last verse. Iti nishchitya yavana. So thus deciding the Yavana. Pradravan tam paran mukam. So Krishna, he turned his face away. Paran mukam, and he began fleeing. Anvadaval jigrikshurtam. And the Yavana pursued him, wanting to catch him. And the last line is Dudupam api yoginam. Even though Krishna is unattainable even by the greatest yogis, but this Yavana is trying to catch him. So I just wanted to go line by line because it's such a beautiful description of Krishna's beauty, and a lot of these words we know, and so we kind of can meditate on this, the meaning of this. So we can do the word for word of the first shloka, and then we'll go on to the translation. So the word for word of the first shloka, you can repeat after me. Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shukadev Goswami said, Tam, him, Vilokya, seeing, Vinikrantam, coming out, Ujihanam, rising, Eva, as if, Udupam, the moon, Darshaniya tamam, the most beautiful to behold. Shamam, dark blue. Pita, yellow. Kosheya, silk. Vasasam, whose garment. So translation. Shukadev Goswami said, Kalyavana saw the Lord come out from Mathura like the rising moon. The Lord was most beautiful to behold, with his dark blue complexion and yellow silk garment. Upon his chest he bore the mark of Srivatsa, and the Kaustuba gem adorned his neck. His 4 arms were sturdy and long. He displayed his ever-joyful lotus-like face, with eyes pink like lotuses, beautifully effulgent cheeks, a pristine smile, and glittering shark-shaped earrings. The barbarian thought, this person must indeed be Vasudev, since he possesses the characteristics Narada mentioned. He's marked as Srivatsa, he has 4 arms, his eyes are like lotuses, he wears a garland of forest flowers, and he's extremely handsome. He cannot be anyone else. Since he goes on foot and unarmed, I will fight him without weapons. Resolving thus, he ran after the Lord, who turned his back and ran away. Kalyavana hoped to catch Lord Krishna, though great mystic yogis cannot attain him. Purport. Although Kalyavana was seeing Lord Krishna with his own eyes, he could not adequately appreciate the beautiful Lord. Thus, instead of worshipping Krishna, he attacked him. Similarly, it is not uncommon for modern men to attack Krishna in the name of philosophy, law and order, and even religion. And I'm going to read the commentaries of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, in the 51st chapter, Muchakunda burns up Kalyavana with his glance and satisfies Krishna with his prayers. Krishna gives Muchakunda benediction. Though others who are qualified by devotion can appreciate the beauty of Krishna, the asuras cannot taste that beauty. So that's the important line here. So the devotees who are qualified, they can appreciate the beauty of Krishna, but the asuras cannot. Even if the Lord is there before their eyes because of their inimical attitude. To show that fact, this verse describes the beauty of Krishna as he stood before Kalyavana. Kalyavana chased Krishna, who was fleeing away. Pradravantam. Jiva Goswami writes, Kalyavana saw him coming out of the city. The word vinishkrantam indicates he was certain that Krishna had come out. Shukadev describes Krishna by seeing his real nature out of prema. This is not how Kalyavana saw him, since if he did, he could not have enmity with him. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha. Being covered by my yogamaya, I'm not visible to all the fools. Just as a person fond of bitter foods does not appreciate sweet foods, demons see only a dull shadow of the real Krishna. Though they see Krishna, they do not really see him. Because Krishna appeared according to Narada's description, with 4 long, thick arms, because of the distinguishing characteristics related by Narada, Kalyavana quickly understood that this was Krishna. He had eyes pink like a fresh lotus. According to Amarakosha, Aruna means very pale red. His cheeks possess beauty, Shrimat. The suffix mat is used to suggest praise. Sukhapola indicates the excellence of his body parts. He smiled because of pleasure. His earrings and other ornaments as well sparkled spuran. The first 3 verses describe Krishna. Kalyavana thought, this must be Vasudeva, it cannot be anyone else. He then describes Krishna. Krishna was going at quite a fast pace in a playful manner. Pra-a-dravantam. Out of pride, Kalyavana wanted to catch him. But because Krishna was difficult to catch, even for yogis, Kalyavana would be a laughing stock. So I'm gonna skip Sanatana Goswami's for now, and do our Mangala Charana prayers. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Pitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I found it very interesting in the commentary of Jiva Goswami. He's saying that in the first 3 shlokas of this verse, it's Shukadev Goswami who's explaining the beauty of Krishna. And because Shukadev Goswami has so much love for Krishna, of course, he's describing it in such a beautiful, loving way, because he's seeing Krishna in his mind's eye. Now the next few shlokas are Kalyavana, how Kalyavana is seeing it. Now, Kalyavana is not seeing Krishna the same way that Shukadev Goswami is describing him. Even though Krishna is standing right in front of him, he's seeing it something completely different. He has his checklist. Narada Muni had told him that, okay, look out for somebody who has 4 arms, he has beautiful lotus eyes, he has a lotus flower garland, he's very beautiful. So he has a Srivatsa mark. So he's going, yes, he has this. But he's not seeing Krishna the way the pure devotees see Krishna. He's seeing him, it's bringing out his mood of aggression, his mood of anger is coming out when he's seeing it. So in this material world, we have that experience that many people can see the same thing and have different emotions or different feelings towards it. If I put a plate of, let's say, okra sabji, people may have different, some people will be like, oh, that looks so good. And some people will be like, oh, that. So everyone may have different feelings towards something. But with Krishna, it's even more so. Not only do people see him and get different emotions or different feelings and reciprocation to Krishna, but Krishna exactly reciprocates with their mood so that it enhances and magnifies their emotions. So somebody who has enmity toward Krishna, Krishna will show those aspects of himself that will bring out more of the enmity of that person. And people who love Krishna, Krishna will show his sweetness more and more so that their love in a certain way will develop more and more. So that's how Krishna proportionately reciprocates with his devotees. I was thinking, even in this world, like if a police is coming by, different people may respond differently. A criminal will feel scared, right? And a good citizen will feel protected. Oh, there's a police here in our community, it's good. And a cat, same with a kitten, will feel, oh, there's my mother, protected. But a mouse will be very afraid. So it depends on our attitude, how we will perceive Krishna in our lives. This is very beautifully described when Krishna enters into the arena to fight with Chanura and Mushtika. When Krishna and Balaram enter into the arena, Kamsa's arena, the people who are sitting there are seeing him. They're all seeing him, but they're all seeing him in different ways. And Shukadev Goswami mentions 10 groups of people and how they're seeing Krishna in different ways. The wrestlers, they see Krishna as a thunderbolt. And it brings out the emotion of fury in their hearts. That makes them angry, makes them, okay, we want to fight. The men of Mathura who are sitting there in the audience, they see Krishna as the best of males. And it brings out the mood of wonder. It's like, wow, he's so amazing. You know, that feeling of when you see something really amazing, that's the mood that's coming out. The women who are there in the audience, they see Krishna as Cupid in person. And it brings out their mood of attraction, conjugal attraction. The relatives of Krishna, the Vrajavasis who are sitting there, they see Krishna as their dearmost friend, their relative. And it brings out a mood of humor, laughter, and joy. The impious rulers who are sitting there, they see Krishna as the chastiser. And it brings out a feeling of chivalry or fear. And his parents, or all the elderly members who consider Krishna like their child, they feel Krishna as our dearmost child. And it brings out the mood of mercy or protection, compassion, wanting to protect Krishna. Kamsa, how is Kamsa seeing Krishna? Death personified right there in front of him, and it brings out a mood of terror in his heart, just sheer terror to see death is standing right in front of him. The unintelligent people that are there in the crowd, they're seeing Krishna as a universal form, and it brings out a mood of ghastliness, because the universal form is also very terrifying, right? The yogis, they see Krishna as the absolute truth, and it brings out a mood of peace and neutrality in their hearts. They feel very, very peaceful and very... And then the Vrishnis, they see Krishna as their supreme worshipable deity, and it brings out the mood of loving devotion in their hearts. So we have 10 people here in the audience, 10 groups of people who are seeing Krishna all in different ways. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yeyatam mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham. Mama vart manuvartante manusya parta sarvashaha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. So everyone, even in the spiritual world, in the purport Prabhupada writes here, that even in the spiritual world, there will be Krishnas there, the one Krishna, but people, the different devotees that are relating with Krishna will see him in a different way, and they will, oh, this is my child. Oh, this is my best friend. Oh, this is my lover. Everyone will have a different way of seeing Krishna, and Krishna will reciprocate accordingly to their attitude. I was also thinking about Lord Nrsingadev, the story of Lord Nrsingadev, when he comes out of the pillar to protect Prahlad Maharaj. So Hiranyakashipu, how did he see Lord Nrsingadev? Wow, terrifying. He's huge. He has half man, half lion. Hiranyakashipu never saw something like this, and he couldn't even wrap his mind around, what is this? Is it a lion? Is it a man? Is it? And the roaring sound was piercing his ears. It was scaring him. Prahlad, when he saw Lord Nrsingadev, he saw the Lord himself, and it just brought him joy. It made him feel protected. It made him feel so happy. So the same personality. Same when you go to Mayapur, and when you see that form of Lord Nrsingadev in Mayapur, he looks, he has long nails, he has teeth, and he looks like he's about to jump out, right? But when the devotees see him, I don't know your experience, but when you see Mayapur Nrsingadev, at least for me, I just feel like he looks so kind and merciful and protective, so I guess different people will have different experiences, even seeing the deity form of Krishna, depending on their relationship. I was also thinking about the story of that the two brahmanas, who the younger brahmana and the older brahmana, who were visiting Vrindavan, and then later that the older brahmana had offered his daughter to the younger brahmana, and the witness was the deity, Shakshi Gopal. And later, that young brahmana he told the family of the older brahmana, I will call Shakshi Gopal as witness, since you're not believing that the older brahmana made this promise. And the son of that older Brahmana said, yeah, go ahead, call him. Because in his mind, what is he seeing? Just a stone statue. That's it. How can he bear witness? But that younger Brahmana saw him not as a stone statue, but as Krishna himself, who did hear that promise. So he went all the way back to Vrindavan. He told Krishna, please come. And Krishna said, whoever heard of a deity walking? And the Brahmana said, well, if you can talk, you can also walk. So please come. So that's the faith, that's the mood that the devotees who have pure love, they don't see this as a stone statue. They see Krishna's here himself, Srimati Radharani is here. And even when we go out on, spreading Krishna consciousness, we'll see different reactions of people depending on their attitude. Some people, when they smell prasadam, the most amazing smell, and some people they get repelled by it and they feel more attracted to other kinds of food. Or Harinam, when we do Harinam, you'll see some people are just so attracted. So you'll see young kids just coming and they can't move. Their parents are trying to pull them and they're stuck. And then you see other people plugging their ears, because people have different levels of wanting to deepen their spiritual lives. And Krishna reciprocates accordingly through his holy name, through his deity form, through the devotees. But one can only see Krishna fully when one has bhakti, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, bhakti mam abhijananti yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram. When we have bhakti, then we can actually see Krishna as he is. And Krishna reserves the right not to expose himself to everyone. He actually covers himself. The other shloka that was quoted here in the commentaries was 725. Naham prakasham sarvasya yogamaya samavrtaha mudo yam nabijanati loko mam ajam avyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. So even in Queen Kunti's prayer, she says that you are covered by a curtain of Maya, Maya Javanika Charam, that not everyone can see you. It depends on their level of wanting to see Krishna. Actually, it's Krishna's mercy, because the people who have inimical feelings towards Krishna, they don't want to see Krishna in that all-supreme Lord way. They want to feel that they are the supreme. So Krishna covers himself, and they just see him as an ordinary person. Oh, he's just like me or you. He's just a little bit more powerful, or maybe he has some magical powers. But so Krishna is very kind in that way. He doesn't want to disturb their aggressive mood, and he keeps himself covered. Now, what is the qualifications to actually see Krishna? Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena. The eyes need to be anointed with the salve of love to be able to see Krishna. And right now, we are in a contaminated state. The senses are in a contaminated state. So when we chant, we don't taste that Krishna is actually here. Our eyes cannot perceive Radha Golokananda is actually Krishna and Srimati Radharani here. Or in all these ways, because we may still be in at least for myself, in a diseased condition where our senses are very much covered over. Rupa Goswami gives the analogy of jaundice. When you have the disease of jaundice, sweet things taste bitter, and you can't even you doesn't taste sweet to you. But what is the purification process? Every day take the medicine. Every day take the medicine. Even if it doesn't taste sweet to you, just keep taking it, because eventually the disease will be purified. And at one point, when you do see the deities, you'll see Krishna and Radharani are standing there directly, smiling at you. Even you'll be able to hear them talk to you, Srila Prabhupada used to say. Krishna will talk to you. And when you chant the holy name, you'll perceive this is Krishna, Srimati Radharani are here in sound form. I'm so fortunate to be able to chant the holy name. So for the lesson the lesson or the takeaway from this verse for me is, I may not right now be able to perceive Krishna in the way that Shukadeva Goswami is describing his beauty. But at least I don't want to perceive him the way Kalyavana is perceiving him. But every day, if I can take the medicine of Krishna Katha, the holy name, and every day, if I take that, then slowly, slowly, my senses, my mind, everything will be, my heart will be purified. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. So that one day I'll be able to, maybe Krishna will be so kind to reveal himself. Because ultimately it's up to Krishna how he reveals himself to us. And another very important aspect is hearing from those who do love Krishna. Because if you ever had the experience of talking to somebody who really is interested in something or who loves something, and they're talking about, oh, this place is so amazing, you can do this, you can do that, I love this, and you just, your mind goes, wow, I want to go there too, because you get attracted by their description. So reading these Srimad Bhagavatam is like coming in contact with that person who really loves Krishna, and then it affects our heart. Or you hear from somebody who really does love Krishna, because then again it just makes our own love develop in our heart. And finally, I just wanted to mention here that, Kalyavana is chasing Krishna, and Krishna is not going to be able to be caught very easily, because it says here in that last line that even great yogis try to catch Krishna, but they can't, right? And I was remembering how Mother Yashoda, she was trying to catch Krishna, and great yogis can't catch Krishna, but it's described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, she was easily able to catch Krishna, because in the purport, it's mentioned that Mother Yashoda, despite all obstacles, was finally able to catch Krishna without difficulty. This is the difference between a yogi and a bhakta. Yogis cannot enter even the effulgence of Krishna. And whereas bhaktas can capture Krishna simply by love and affection. This is the example shown here by Mother Yashoda. Krishna therefore confirms that if one wants to capture him, one must undertake devotional service. So this is our goal, to catch Krishna eventually, someday. So anybody would like to add any comments or any points on this verse? Or any thoughts? Yeah. Oh yeah, some people in the audience of Kamsa saw Krishna as a universal form. And that brought a feeling of ghastliness in their heart. It's actually described the unintelligent people there, yeah. Yeah, interesting, how everyone saw him in a different way, even though the same Krishna, but different moods and different feelings came out. So that's the amazing thing about Krishna, how he can reciprocate with everyone, right, in a different mood, a different way. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Everyone have a different individual experience. Yeah. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Samasitam Buddha Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
This is page 54. It's Navanirada Nindita Kanti Dharam Sri Rajaraja Sutatakam. And this verse describes the beauty of Krishna and all the different limbs of Krishna. Page 54. Yeah. Navaniradhanendita Kantidharam Rasasagara Nagara Bhupavaram Navaniradhanendita Kantidharam Rasasagara Nagara Bhupavaram Shubhavankimacharushikandashikam Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Brajaraja Sutam Vankimacharushikandashikam Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Brajaraja Sutam Bhruvi Shankitavanki Shakradhanum Mukha Chandra Vinendita Koti Vidum Shankitavanki Shakradhanum Mukha Chandra Vinendita Koti Vidum Mridu Manda Suhasya Subhasya Yutam Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Brajaraja Sutam Manda Suhasya Subhasya Yutam Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Brajaraja Sutam Suvikam Padananga Sadanga Dharam Vrajavasi Manohara Veshakaram Vikampadananga Sadangadharam Vrajavasi Manohara Veshakaram Vrishalanchita Nila Saroja Drisham Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Raja Raja Sutam Roja Drisham Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Raja Alakavali Mandita Bhalatatam Shruti Dolita Makara Kundalakam Lakavali Mandita Bhalatatam Shruti Dolita Makara Kundalakam Kati Veshita Pita Patam Shudatam Bhaja Krishna Nidhim Raja Raja Sutam Kalanupura Rajita Charupadam Maniranjita Ganjita Bringamadham Nupura Rajita Charupadam Dvaja Vajraja